Join me on my week-long adventure with EF Go-Ahead Tours, where I visit Venice, Florence and Rome with some side trips to Burano Island and San Gimignano. This is my first real solo trip abroad. Even though I live in the USA and I moved here from England, I've never really been on a group trip before like this. And I touched down at Marco Polo Airport and I didn't really know how I was going to get into the proper part of Venice, but I ended up getting the bus and I did forget to validate my ticket. And I got a little bit in trouble when I was getting on the bus, so make sure you validate your ticket so you don't get in trouble like I did. I have an entire day to explore tomorrow before I meet the group at the welcome meeting in the evening. Today I'm going to head out to St Mark's Square, I think, and see what I can get up to, because I don't have to be back here till 6, and I think it's like 6 a.m. right now, but I don't have to be back here till 6 p.m. Oh my gosh, it's a little bit scary, but I'm going to chance it anyway, because I'm going to go to St Mark's Square. It's 20 minutes from here, so it shouldn't take too long to get there. Through here is St Mark's Square, and I got here before everybody else did. Yay for me, yay for me. Look, I'm here. Wow, I'm here. Who knew I could ever come here? I didn't. It's amazing! I can't believe it! Look how fantastic it is around here! Now just up here is Rialto Bridge. It's not far, it's just there, look. Got it for €1.50. It's got cream in it. It's going to be delicious. I love it already. I'm hungry. It's going to be messy. I know that much. Look at it. It's starting to rain. Oh no! There's the one bridge with no rails on it. I'd probably fall in. Everywhere you go in Venice, it was amazing. It's so fantastic. Look at it. The canals are everywhere and the buildings are really cool to look at. It's fascinating. Just walking around is so neat. I ended up heading back to my hotel after walking about 6 or 7 miles, and I stopped by at a restaurant and got a spaghetti carbonara, and it was so good. Oh my God, best one I've ever had in my life. So I met everyone last night at the welcome meeting. I didn't record it because that would be embarrassing. Everyone seems really nice in the group. Today the plan is to tour the palace and St. Mark's Basilica and also go on a gondola ride. Then we have a free afternoon to walk around as we please, but I've decided to go to Burano Island with some of the group. With EF Go Ahead Tours, this is one of the add-on items, and I nearly didn't do it because I thought it was going to be pouring down with rain, so I nearly didn't, but I'm so glad that I said yes to this because it was absolutely amazing. Even though I walked around the day before, being in there, on the water, was just such a different experience. I would definitely recommend signing up for it, especially when you're going on a tour like this, because then they have the singer and everything, and that makes it even more fantastic. Let's see how he gets underneath. Boat to knock us over. It's huge. It's like a water taxi. I'm so happy that I took this. Is the last minute booking. I wasn't going to do it. I know, it's a really.
Well, now I got to do it where it's originated from.
Yeah. There was one other activity we did in Venice, and it was glass blowing, and it was so cool to see how they did it. It was so easy for them. They're amazing. They're so skilled. There's a little video of it here. Next stop, Burano Island. It's about a 45-minute boat ride to get to Burano Island from Venice, and a group of us went over there just to explore for the day. It was really cool. All the buildings are really colourful, and it was just built on the canals just the same as Venice, but it was just a different experience altogether, and it was definitely worth a day trip over there. One thing I do recommend if you are going to book this EF Go Ahead Tours trip for Venice, Florence and Rome is to get to Venice at least a day beforehand so you have more time to explore, because we only get one day in Venice otherwise. Luckily, I had arrived a couple of nights before and I got to explore it, but I definitely recommend doing that because otherwise you won't be able to explore Burano Island as well, and I thought that was kind of cool to see. Now it's time to head from Venice to Florence, which is about a 4-hour drive, and we'll check into our hotel and we're going to be there for 2 nights. Once we get there, we're going to do a walking tour of Florence, and then we have the free evening. Luckily, our hotel was right in the centre of Florence, so we could easily walk to all of these amazing buildings. I really loved my time in Florence. It was super windy when we were there because we were there in February and it was cold and rainy, but I still really loved it. I mean, how can you not love it? Look at it. It's fantastic. The buildings are amazing. Everything about it was amazing. Just the view from a coffee shop you have of these buildings is super cool to me. The next day, we were up early. We headed from Florence to San Gimignano, and it was fantastic. We also got to explore that area and had a wine tasting afterwards. The wine tasting was fabulous, and we had lots of wine, great food, and it was an amazing atmosphere. I think Tuscany, for me, I have to come back because I really loved it. I didn't have enough time in Tuscany. It was probably my favourite area. Now, this was another add-on activity, and I would definitely sign up for it. This was by far my favourite day. This area is a small medieval hill town in the province of Siena, Tuscany. It's fantastic. It's famous for its towers. Basically, the richer the person was, the taller they built their tower. It's fantastic, and I could have spent all day here. We only had the morning really here to spend, maybe a little bit more, and then we went for a wine tasting afterwards. But I honestly could have definitely come back and spent the rest of the day here. I loved it. They do have a famous ice cream shop as well. I recommend getting that ice cream because it was really good. this view. Amazing view. Next stop, wine tasting. Now, I didn't really video much of this, but the food was amazing and so was the wine. And after that, we went out for the night in Florence and had a few more drinks. Now, for the last leg of our journey, we're heading to Rome. It's about a 3.5-hour drive from Florence, and we have 3 nights in Rome. A visit to Rome wouldn't be complete without going to visit the Colosseum. Now, the area I loved the most was the Roman Forum. The very next day, we headed out to Vatican City. It's a sovereign nation and the world's smallest country. The next couple of days, we explored Rome, taking in all the sights we could find. We had delicious food, and especially pasta dishes and ice cream, and we really had a great time. It was absolutely amazing trip. I have some lifelong friends from going on this trip. After this one, I'm heading to Croatia for a whole month, and then I'm going to be heading to Athens for a month after that. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and comment on my video, and I hope to see you in the next one. Thanks again for watching.